iPhone users, have you downloaded iOS 14 yet? And if so, have you discovered those features that make this Apple update one of the most exciting in years? You haven't even run the update yet, have you? I'll help you with that. Hi there, it's Charmaine from the Business Mobiles channel, and it's my favorite time of year because Apple have launched their iOS 14 update. But before we dive into my top 10 favorite features of Apple's new update, let me remind you to hit that subscribe button because there will be more videos coming on the iPhone 12 release, which is happening later this year. And you definitely don't want to miss out on that. Before we dive in, let me start with the number one important thing, the iOS 14 update. If you haven't already done it, let me show you how. First things first, for those of you who haven't downloaded your iOS 14 update, you're going to want to go to Settings and then scroll down to General, and second one down is Software Update, and you'll see there that the iOS 14 is ready to download and install. Click your download and install, enter your passcode for your phone, make sure that your phone is plugged in to the charger, and you're ready to go. So I think my favorite feature of the new iOS 14 is the fact that Apple have focused quite a lot of attention onto the home screen and tidying up all of those apps that we've all downloaded over the years. If I go to my end screen here, I have now an app library which Apple have created automatically for me. All of these groups that you see here, Apple have created. I didn't have to do anything. So we've got travel, health and fitness, shopping, creativity, social. Everything's quite intuitive and easy to follow. Now you'll notice that each grouping is divided into 4 quadrants. The 3 bigger icons are the apps that you utilize most often within that group. The collage of icons here is going to be just the other icons that are actually in that group. So if I press on the small quadrant, I see all of my apps. And if I want to go directly to one of my most frequently used apps, I just have to press directly onto it. Now I can also do a search just as before, and you'll see all the A to Z here as expected. And I actually think that's a phenomenal little improvement to iOS 14. Now you'll notice these dots at the bottom, so as I'm scrolling through the pages, they light up. I'm gonna go into editing my home screen by creating my little jiggle. I have my little jiggly apps going, and I can press down on the scroll bar and all the pages appear with little tick marks below. Now I can untick the tick marks and suddenly my pages will disappear. They'll just be hidden from my screen altogether. So let's have a go and see how that looks. Now I only have 3 pages on view, including my app library and my main pages. So much neater to look at. Another cool feature to organize your home screen properly, we have widgets. Again, if you go onto the jiggle, press and hold, edit the home screen, the little plus icon in the top left-hand corner of the screen now gives you access to widgets that you can add. The widgets are just a way of making your home screen a little bit more personal. So for example, I have my clocks here, my world clocks for all the countries that I find important. I can go on to a widget here and actually scroll through some of the favorite apps. Got my reminders here. Again, I can scroll through news, weather, photos, calendar here. There's all sorts of really cool things that you can do with widgets to really personalize your iPhone. So if we go into the App Store, there's some third-party apps as well that you can download, such as Widgetsmith. So you see here, within these different types of apps, you can really customize the look and feel of your iPhone now, make it very personal. Any of these apps will give you that functionality. Another feature that you'll be hearing a lot about in iOS 14 is the new back tap feature for shortcuts. If you go into Settings and scroll down to Accessibility and to Touch, and all the way down to the bottom, back tap, you'll see that you now have options for double tap and triple tap. So I've basically set my double tap to be a shortcut to a screenshot. So what that lets me do now is if I double tap my phone at the back, it takes a screenshot for me, just like that. And I can set up anything I want with the triple tap too. So a great feature of the new iOS 14 is that inbound phone calls no longer take up the entire screen. So if I'm now surfing Instagram, for example, and an inbound call comes in, this is what I now get. Okay, so I am on a FaceTime call with my friend Amber from London. Hi, Amber.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you. Thank you for helping me demonstrate this new feature. So on iOS 14, I think one of the best new features is the picture-in-picture. Previously, when you were on a FaceTime call and you wanted to look up another app, you would completely lose sight of your FaceTime picture. Now I can click off, I can go check the weather, and Amber's still right there waving at me. So I don't lose him just because I want to scroll elsewhere. I think that's a really great improvement effort, well done. Previously, when you wanted to use emojis in your text, you were forced to scroll through the long list of emojis to find the one that you wanted, or sometimes you'd be lucky and it would come up in response to the word you were typing. Now you can search for an emoji, so let's have a look. A feature that I'm using a lot in iOS 14 is in the camera app. Now, if I want to take a photograph, then I just press the white button just as normal. But if I decide I want to actually take a video, in previous versions of iOS, I would have had to scroll across to video. And because I've got fat fingers, I somehow always used to get onto the wrong function, which would really annoy me. Now, if I want to move from photo to video, it's as simple as pressing and holding on that white key and sliding my finger across to the lock key here. And I'm videoing just like that. iOS 14 has also taken steps to improve on the user's privacy. So previously in older versions, whenever you would enable location settings, it meant that apps were able to see exactly where you were. Now, if I go into settings and I scroll down to privacy and location services, these are the apps that are able to see my location. But now, when I go into the settings, I can actually turn off precise location, so they only get a general idea of where I'm located. And number 10 of my top 10 iOS 14 upgrades is something that really solves a pet bugbear for me. Previously, when I would go into an email and open up a link, it would automatically open up into Safari. Now, I'm a Chrome lover. I don't really like Safari that much for some reason. So now I have the opportunity to go to Chrome in the settings. So scroll all the way down to whichever browser you like. Mine's Chrome. And I can click onto that and I can actually now ask for Chrome to be my default browser app. So I have a choice of Firefox, Safari and Chrome because I have all three downloaded, and I'm going to choose Chrome. So now you'll see my default browser app is Chrome. That is absolutely priceless. And there you go, my top 10 favorite features of the new iOS 14 update. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you are an iPhone user, remember to stay on the channel and check out our other videos of iPhone mini hacks and also our recent video on eSIM and dual SIM on the iPhone. Remember, like and subscribe and join me next time for another business success hack.